What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the wrestling news video where we're going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you SNA fans need to know from the Wrestle Talk article. Make sure to watch until the very end because it's going to get very interesting. We're going to start off on today's wrestling news video with a WWE star's contract expiring in 2 weeks. And there's been a flurry of contracts coming due in WWE recently, and Natalia's current deal is expiring very soon. Recently, it was reported that Becky Lynch's WWE deal comes to an end in June of 2024, and had at the time the story broke, not signed a new contract. Her husband, Seth Rollins, recently signed what is described as a big money multi-year deal. With his previous deal was being set to expire in June 2024. Fightful's The Hump, Sarwal Sapp revealed Natalia's WWE contract is up soon, saying Natalya is still set to be a free agent in a couple of weeks. Natalya signed with WWE in January 2007 and made her main roster debut in April 2008. Over nearly 2 decades in WWE, she has held the Divas Championship, along with the SmackDown Women's Championship and the Women's Tag Team Championship, alongside Tamina, her tag partner at the time. TNA Knockouts World Champion Jordynne Grace, who appeared in the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble match, has recently stated she wants to face the pioneer Natalya. What's your thoughts on Natalya could possibly leave WWE? And do you think she'll do exactly that? Or do you think that she's going to sign a new multi-year money deal? Or just a multi-year deal? I'm not sure what to say. I think, for her being there for the past 17 years, maybe you could say that. You could say that she's getting money for staying that long and being loyal and also a company that you love to wrestle in, and it's the same company that her dad and her uncles used to wrestle for too. She's not just doing it for the money, but for her being loyal like that, they have to be paying her good just for being a good employee, like a female R-Truth of the roster, I guess you could say. But let me know in the comments down below, what's your thoughts on this latest wrestling news, and do you think she's gonna sign a contract, whether if it's before or right then when it expires, before she can even become a free agent, or do you think that she will let it expire and she's gonna jump ship to another company, perhaps a all elite company, or maybe a total nonstop company? Just speculate what your thoughts what could happen in the next 14 days in the comment section right down below. Anything possible, but something tells me she's having one hell of a run in WWE, and she's on NXT right now, in this partnership with the new Carmen Petrovic of the women's division in NXT. And she's in a feud with the likes of Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice. So it'll probably be wise that she does resign, even if it's for another couple of years. Even though, if there's no plans for her becoming women's champion, maybe because I don't see her leaving WWE at this time. Just saying, unless she want to wrestle any wrestlers that's outside the company, whether if she haven't wrestled them already or already did. But yeah, I mean, either way, I want to wish her the best of luck on what's her decision in her career in the world of PW. And let's move on to the next slide. And either way, like whatever that makes her happy, and where a company that she lands a ink to paper deal on, hopefully it floats her boat. Well, no pun intended, but or even yes intended. Yeah, I guess pun intended, considering her nickname. But let's move on to the next slide. And we got AEW star gives emotional response to gives an emotional response after being fired. The the May 15th episode of AEW Dynamite saw Matthew and Nicholas Jackson fired Christopher Daniels as they continue to improve the product. The AEW EVPs competed in a World Tag Team Championship Eliminator match last night against Matt Sydal and Christopher Daniels. With the EVPs victorious, they then announced that the head of talent relations, Christopher Daniels, was fired and had him escorted from the building by security. After the unceremonious exit, Daniels had something to say to the Young Bucks, as can be seen on the video box below, stating, "My whole life, I was proud to be a professional wrestler. I love wrestling, but I also knew it was a grind. I was always trying to get that stability, that foundation for my life, not for me, for my wife, for my daughter, for my son. All the years, like all the companies that I was a part of, TNA, Ring of Honor, it was always just out of reach. That stability, that foundation, that sure feeling that I was taken care of. Finally, when it was nearly the end of my career, along comes AEW. Yeah, I was super fortunate that Matt and Nick Jackson asked me to come along for the ride, to be here from the very first day. Finally, I could look at my wife, I could look at my daughter and my son, and tell them that everything was gonna be okay. I know these jobs can be taken from you like that, but I never thought it would be Matt and Nick that took the job away from me. Like, so, Matt, Nick, I hope you're effing happy, you sons of you son of a bitch. You know what? But anyways, the Young Bucks have the Young Bucks have been on a quiet to been a quest. They're not quite. That's that quiet. I mean, has been on a quest to improve AEW over the past few weeks, which also saw AEW owner Tony Khan become the victim of an attack. AEW EVPs also carried out a brutal attack on fellow executive Kenny Omega on the May 1st episode of Dynamite. And Daniels was uh, was among the first wrestlers to sign with AEW in January 2019, making his debut at Double or Nothing in May of that year. And I wish I could show you this video, but this video is completely black right now. I need to see what exactly the reason why this is. Like I've been looking like what could possibly be the reason, but I got no got no explanation why this is. But let me know in the comments below and what's your thoughts on Christopher Daniels' message after being fired by the Young Bucks last night on Dynamite, which I did recap, but I didn't have no reactions. I apologize about that. I'm not sure if this is part of the show or this is really the case. Like he's no longer going to be in AEW, but either way, I hope that him and his family are still going to be all right no matter what. And if this is and if this is the case of being like really like this is like if it's somewhat real, I want to wish Christopher Daniels I wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors, and I want to say, I'm so sorry that you lost your job, and hopefully you find a new one soon enough. Like whether if it's in the wrestling industry or not, or whatever that you're into, like that you could be a perfect fit to, like if you know what I mean. But yeah, and let me know in the comments below if you think this is all part of the script and they're doing this just to build things up, build something up with a feud between the Falling Angels and the EVPs of All Elite Wrestling. Or like this with Christopher Daniels getting some kind of redemption, whether if it's getting back his talent relations role or taking the AEW World Tag Team Championship alongside Matt Sydal as this new form tag team from the past few months, ever since the CMLL Luchadors been in AEW, right? Because CMLL made like a partnership deal with the Jacksonville-based company. But anyways, do you think they'll do that? And I think even if he does lose his job as the talent relation, I don't think that means I don't think he's fired as a wrestler though. Like that's me thinking about it right now. But correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I think he's still an active member of the All Elite roster, but just as a wrestler, not as a executive, as a backstage executive of talent relations. But let's move on to the next slide. We got some. We got WWE superstar Liv Morgan reacts to arrest footage being released. WWE superstar Liv Morgan has reacted to body cam footage of her arrest several months ago being released online today. Morgan revealed the name, real name. Yeah, Liv Morgan, the real, not the reveal. I mean the real name of Gianna Daddio was arrested in December 2023 for charges of possession of marijuana, not more than 20 grams, and possession of drugs, possibly synthetic cannabinoid. And in February 2024, the case was closed as the second charge was dropped, and Morgan paid a fine for the first charge. Today, May 15th, body cam footage of the arrest was released on the Law and Crime network on the YouTube channel. This led to Liv Morgan trending on social media, which she took advantage of with a post of her own saying, "Since I have your attention, let's do something good, y'all." She didn't react to the arrest or the footage, but she instead wrote this caption along with that along with it. She shared a link to a sweepstake where donations can be made to the Make-A-Wish Foundation with a prize of earning a trip to WWE Raw in Sunrise, Florida on August 19th to meet Morgan herself, as well as winning the fragment design of Travis Scott's Air Jordans, one retro high sneakers signed by Liv Morgan. And what's your thoughts on Liv Morgan doing this? Like after this post been released, like post been. I mean the footage of Morgan getting arrested by the police officers in Florida because of her having possession of marijuana, but it was only 20 grams, and I'm not sure if I'm not sure if they should even arrested her, in my opinion, like for that. Like unless unless she had some worse drugs that's more bad, that's more worse than what she had in the car. Yeah. I'll tell you, but that doesn't mean she should be let off the hook. Maybe you should give her a ticket, but not. Maybe you should. You should give her some kind of a ticket, like of a fine of how much. Yeah, a fine, like depending on how much she had. Like you should have wrote it down on the ticket, and then she had to go to the court and pay the fine. Yeah. That's all the police officers should do. That's only my opinion, by the way. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And does this convince you of donating to the Make-A-Wish Foundation so you can meet her on Monday Night Raw in August? Which I think it'll probably be on the road to Bash in Berlin, because they will already did SummerSlam, because I believe that's like a few weeks after SummerSlam, because SummerSlam's like the Saturday before. Yeah, the Saturday. I believe it's the Saturday before. It's Saturday, the first Saturday of August. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, normally it would be like in the middle or towards the end, like between the middle or the last Saturday or Sunday of August. But now it's going to be on the the beginning. Yeah, ever since 2023 they've been doing that. And then at the end of July, they did SummerSlam there as well. On that. But yeah, the last time it was at the end of August was like back in 2021. But let me know in the comments down below, like on that as well. And again, let me know in the comments if y'all gonna be donating, or if not, then just let me know about that as well. Just keep it positive on the SNA podcast. But let's move on to the next slide. We got a major company wants to strengthen relationship with WWE. The new president of CyberFight Inc. The new president of CyberFight Inc. wants to strengthen relationships with WWE as he sets out his goals for the company. CyberFight Inc. is the parent company of the Japanese wrestling promotion Pro Wrestling Noah and DDT Pro Wrestling and Japan Joshi Pro Wrestling. Not Japan. Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, yeah. During a press conference on Wednesday, May 15th, 2024, Yaki Okamoto, Yasuyaki Okamoto was appointed as CyberFight president. And in the comments shared on that was shared on Twitter. Okamoto revealed that he wanted to strengthen relationship with WWE. In addition, it was also revealed that WWE Hall of Famer the Great Muta would be would be appointed as a scouting advisor for Pro Wrestling Noah. Recently, WWE strengthened its own relationship with the Japan wrestling scene, which saw Charlie Dempsey worked with AJPW, which stands for All Japan Pro Wrestling. For those that are unaware, it was also suggested that WWE could attempt to work with NJPW once again, following Hiroshi Tanahashi wrestling Noah ring during Great Muta's retirement run. Like KG Muto, I better know, Kiji Muto, better known as the Great Muta, inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in the class of 2023. Footage from the Hall of Fame inductions are seen down below. But it had previously been reported that WWE had turned down the original request, although Noah management were able to reach an agreement under the leadership of Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Nick Khan. What's your thoughts onto the president of Cyber Fights, which is the parent company of Pro Wrestling Noah and Tokyo Joshi Pro? And do you think that there's gonna be a deal that's gonna be inked on paper very soon? Like, and WWE is gonna be working for the two Japanese promotions, like in the foreseeable future. I think they sure do. Like, considering it's a new era, and on this new era, we've been seeing plenty of crossovers with WWE wrestlers, with the likes of Charlie Dempsey going to the All Japan Pro Wrestling, and also wrestling for Bloodsport, I believe, and GCW, along with Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. And I think they're still going to continue doing stuff like that, like when there's the chance to, as long as it's not interfering into the WWE wrestlers' working duties. It's going to be similar to AEW's doing with New Japan and CLL and AAA and whatever wrestling companies that they're partnering with. I'll say they're going to be like that. They're going to say, like, you can wrestle there, like, as long as it's not interfering in your working duties, and there's nothing for you to do in WWE at the moment. But let me know in the comments down below when we're going to the comment down below if we're going to see a partnership with Cyber Fight and WWE. And if so, do you think it's going to be sooner, before we can think about it, or do you think it will be much more later? Yeah, just continue to let me know down below. But let's move on to the next slide. We got also, and Shinsuke Nakamura, I forgot to say Shinsuke, like you said, Shinsuke Nakamura also, worked at Pro Wrestling Noah. And who else wrestled under WWE contract? I mean, Carl Anderson technically did, but he was already a New Japan champion. As a matter of fact, the IWGP never openweight champion until dropping the title to, I believe, Tama Tonga, which now he's on SmackDown now in WWE. But yeah, now, like, we can see plenty more of it if the WWE under the Triple H regime will allow it to, which I think that will be not much of a problem. We're going to see plenty. They're going to be partnering with plenty of all kinds of wrestling promotions, except for one particular one being known as an All Elite one. But until then, we're going to see them probably partnering with pretty much every wrestling company that you can name at this time. Well, let's move on to the next slide. We got we got some Saudi Arabia news now as reporting host of an update on a report that they could possibly host a WWE WrestleMania or a Royal Rumble event ahead of WWE King and Queen of the Ring. An update has been provided on Saudi Arabia, like hosting WWE WrestleMania or Royal Rumble. As previously reported, Saudi Arabia has been interested in hosting one of WWE's two biggest events of the year, WrestleMania or Royal Rumble. In a new interview, with Mike Copperinger, Coppering, Cop, Copping, Coppinger. Yeah, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Hope I said it correctly. Mike Coppinger, of ESPN, two Turkey Turkey Alashing Alashing, yeah, Turkey Alashing, the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, revealed that the country is currently in talks to bring WWE WrestleMania or Royal Rumble to Saudi. He's in the report notes that Alashing stated in enhancement to Saudi Arabia's agreement with WWE will be announced very soon. Speaking with Ariel Hawani of the MMA Hour, Turkey Al-Shink stated Saudi Arabia is in talks to potentially bring the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania to Riyadh. He said, we are talking in the future about Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. We are talking around 26, 27. You WWE will hold the King and Queen of the Ring premium live event on Saturday, May 25th from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And what is your thoughts on Saudi Arabia in talks with WWE of potentially hosting perhaps a WrestleMania or even a Royal Rumble, or at least by the time of 2026 or 2027, which that's like about 2-3 years from now? And do you think that there's going to be a deal that's going to be reached to have have a Mania or a Rumble event on over to the Middle East? Let me know in the comment section right down below. I think they should, if a deal has been made, and it's been success, and if the negotiations have been a success, of course. But let's move on to the next slide. We got. Next up, we got absent WWE star addresses injury status, and at WWE Backlash on May 4th, the Kabuki Warriors, most specifically Asuka and Kairi Sane, lost their women's tag team championships against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. The match, which was in the match in France, in Lyon, France, to be exact, on WWE Backlash, which we saw the EST and the Storm victorious, and marked the last time we saw. Well, it was marked the last time we saw the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, in the ring. On the Kenna Chan TV YouTube channel, on the Kenna Chan TV YouTube channel, Asuka has now revealed that she been dealing with an injury, saying, after the backlash of the Europe tour, I had to take a break to treat my knee that I had been hurting for a while. Addressing the severity level to injury, she has like she has went she, like she has like yeah, the injury that she had. Oscar went on to say, my my partners Kyrie Sane and Dakota Kai helped me a lot during this tour as I could not move at my best. I am very grateful to both of them. It would be suggested that we may have a while to wait until Asuka returns with the video ending with I see you soon. And when do you think soon will that be? Like, and do you think it will be soon enough, like by a month or two, or maybe in the next few months, by nearly towards the end of 2024? Let me know down in the comments down below. Sound off your speculation on what time frame will Asuka make her long-awaited injury return. And let's move on to the next slide. We got WWE's Liv Morgan details interaction with CM Punk prior to his return. WWE's Liv Morgan has detailed her first interaction with CM Punk, which took place prior to his return to the company last year. During his suspension following the AEW All Out backstage altercation in 2022, CM Punk made headlines in April of last year when he appeared backstage at an episode of WWE Raw in Chicago. Punk was said to have spoken to numerous names backstage, including Triple H, before being asked to leave the building, the request of Vince McMahon. Punk detailed the visit uh, on his interview with Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour, where he said that he was on a flight with the rest of the WWE crew. Punk detailed an interaction he had with Liv Morgan on the plane, where the former SmackDown Women's Champions where the former SmackDown Women's Champion would help him find his lost AirPods. And speaking on the Inside podcast with Chris Van Vliet, Liv detailed the interaction between the two, saying, "I'm on a Tampa flight heading to Chicago for Monday Night Raw. A couple weeks of us live in Tampa, so there was a couple of us on the flight, and he's just right in front of me in the first class, and I was like, "Hi, I'm Giovanna," and he was like, "Hi, I'm Phil." Like, and we just introduced ourselves. I think I'd fallen asleep for most of the flight, and I wake up to him kind of scrambling. He had lost his AirPods, and everyone's in boarding, and I'm right behind him.